Hey guys, welcome to your favorite channel. Did you know the average person spends about 2 hours a day procrastinating? That's 14 hours a week, 730 hours a year. Almost a full month of your life every year just pushing things off. Crazy, right? I mean, think about what you could do with that time. Learn a language, start a side hustle, or finally binge that show you've been meaning to watch without the guilt. But instead, we're stuck refreshing Instagram or staring at a blank screen, wondering why we can't just get started. It's wild how universal this is, and yet we all feel alone in it. So today, we're digging into this procrastination trap. Why it happens, how it messes with us, and most importantly, how to break free. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this, so stick around. All right, let's set the stage. Procrastination. It's that thing we all do, whether we admit it or not. Maybe you're putting off a work project, skipping the gym, or even delaying something fun like planning a trip. It's everywhere. I'll confess, I've been known to procrastinate editing these videos. Sometimes I'd rather alphabetize my spice rack than sit down with my footage. And I bet you've got your own version of that, right? Studies say nearly everyone procrastinates at some point, and for about 1 in 5 people, it's a chronic issue. It's not just a quirky habit. It's something that shapes our days, our goals, and even how we feel about ourselves. So today, we're going deep, unpacking why we delay, what it's doing to us, and how we can flip the script. Let's jump in. Now, let's talk about the real challenge here. Procrastination isn't just a time management issue. It's an emotional roller coaster. Imagine this. You've got a big presentation due at work. You know it's important. You know it's coming. But instead of preparing, you're watching YouTube videos, like this one hopefully, or cleaning out your fridge, even though it wasn't that dirty to begin with. Hours pass, maybe days, and that deadline's creeping closer. What happens next? Your stomach starts knotting up, your mind's racing with, I should have started earlier, and suddenly you're stressed out of your mind. That's procrastination in action. Research backs this up. Over 20% of people say they procrastinate so much, it seriously impacts their lives. And it's not just about missing deadlines. It's the toll it takes on you. Psychologists say chronic procrastinators deal with higher levels of anxiety and depression. Why? Because every time you delay, you're not just avoiding the task, you're piling on guilt and self-doubt. It's like you're punishing yourself twice, once by not doing the thing, and again by beating yourself up over it. Let me paint a picture. A few months ago, I had to write a script for a collab video. Simple enough, right? But I kept putting it off. I'll do it tomorrow, I'd say. Tomorrow turned into next week, and suddenly the deadline was 2 days away. I was a mess, snapping at people, barely sleeping, and chugging coffee like it was water. When I finally finished, it was fine, but I knew it could have been so much better if I'd given myself time. That's the kicker. Procrastination doesn't just waste time, it robs you of your potential. And it's not just ask-a-chairds everywhere. Work, school, relationships. It's a universal struggle. The American Psychological Association says it's tied to how we handle stress and negative emotions. When we're overwhelmed, we avoid. But here's the thing. Avoiding doesn't make the stress go away. It makes it worse. Think about students cramming for exams. One study found that procrastinators had lower grades and higher stress than those who started early. Same goes for work. Missed opportunities, rushed projects, frustrated bosses. Even in personal life, putting off tough conversations or self-care can strain relationships and health. The ripple effect is huge. You start feeling like you're not in control, like life's happening to you instead of you steering the ship. It's exhausting. And the worst part? We know this. We know starting early feels better, yet we still scroll X or reorganize our desks instead. It's almost like we're wired to self-sabotage. But are we? Or is there more to it? Let's explore that next. So why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Let's break it down. One big reason is fear of failure. You've got this task, maybe it's a job application, or a creative project, and you were terrified it won. To be good enough. So what do? Nothing. If you don't start, you can't fail, right? It's like a twisted safety net. I remember when I launched this channel, I sat on the idea for months because I was scared no one would watch. What if I sucked? What if people hated it? Starting felt like risking embarrassment, so I delayed. Then there's perfectionism, which is fear's sneaky cousin. You want it to be perfect? Every word, every detail. But perfection's a myth. I once spent days tweaking a video intro because it wasn't just right. Spoiler, it never was, and I missed my upload schedule. Perfectionists don't start because they're waiting for the stars to align. Ideal mood, perfect timing, zero distractions. Newsflash, that never happens. Lack of motivation's another culprit. If a task feels dull or meaningless, your brain checks out. Taxes, emails, folding laundry, yawn. Our brains crave instant rewards, what scientists call the dopamine hit. Watching a movie? Instant fun. Writing a report? No dopamine, just drudgery. I've caught myself choosing to research random trivia online over editing because it is more entertaining. There's also overwhelm. Big tasks, like planning a wedding or studying for finals, feel like mountains. Where do you even start? So you don't. And let's not forget decision fatigue. Too many choices, like picking a thumbnail or a title, can paralyze you. I've stared at my screen for an hour just debating fonts. Experts say this ties back to our wiring. The prefrontal cortex, which handles planning and self-control, gets overruled by the limbic system, which wants comfort now. It's why we pick short-term ease over long-term gain. But here's the thing. Knowing this gives us power. If it's fear, we can reframe failure as learning. If it's perfectionism, we can aim for good enough. If it's motivation, we can find a spark, like pairing a chore with music. Let's get to the solutions next. Alright, here's where it gets good. The part where we turn this around. Procrastination's tough, but it's not invincible. I've got practical, battle-tested strategies that can change the game. First up, the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Reply to that text, water that plant, file that paper. It's small, but it builds momentum. I started using this for emails. Used to dread them. Now I knock out quick ones instantly. It's like clearing mental clutter. For bigger tasks, break them down. Big projects scare us because they're vague and huge. Instead of make a video, I write pick a topic, then outline 3 points, then record intro. Tiny steps feel doable. I did this with a 20-minute video. Chopped it into 10-minute chunks over days. By the end, it was done. And I wasn't a wreck. Next trick, the 5-minute start. Set a timer and commit to just 5 minutes. Tell yourself, I can stop after. 9 times out of 10, you won't. Starting's the hurdle. Once you're in, inertia flips to your side. I use this to edit a rough cut. 5 minutes turned into an hour because I got hooked. Rewards are gold, too. Finish a task, earn a treat. Coffee, a snack, 20 minutes of gaming. It's not bribery. It's rewiring your brain to link work with joy. After scripting this, I'm grabbing ice cream. Earned it. Pair this with accountability. Tell a friend you'll finish by Friday. I've texted my buddy, script by 5 p.m., and it lights a fire under me. Environment matters. Clear distractions. Phone on silent, desk tidy. I used to edit with X open. Notifications killed my focus. Now I go full screen mode, and it's night and day. Also, stack habits. Do a task with something you already do, like brainstorming while walking. I get my best ideas mid-stride. Here's a mindset shift. Reframe it. Instead of I have to, say I get to. I have to write becomes I get to create. It's cheesy, but it works. And track progress, checklists, apps, whatever. Seeing boxes ticked feels like winning. I use a cheap notebook. Every X is a high five. These aren't random hacks. They're backed by science and my own trial and error. The 2-minute rules from David Allen's Getting Things Done. The 5-minute start's a twist on Pomodoro. Rewards tap into dopamine. Try one today. Seriously, it'll click. Let's wrap this up. So, there you have it. Procrastination's a universal pain, but we've cracked its code. It's driven by fear, perfectionism, and chasing quick wins, and it tanks our productivity and peace. But with tricks like the 2-minute rule, breaking tasks down, and rewarding ourselves, we can fight back. It's not about being perfect, it's about starting. I've gone from dreading deadlines to owning them, and you can too. Understanding why we delay is huge. It's not laziness, it's human. Now, we've got tools to take charge. Time's ours to shape, not waste. Let's stop letting procrastination run the show and start living the lives we want. Stick with me for more on this journey. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'd love to hear from you. What's your procrastination kryptonite? That one task you just can't start? Drop it in the comments. I read them all. If this hit home, smash that like button and subscribe for more real talk tips. I've got a video on productivity hacks linked below. Perfect follow-up to this. Share this with a friend who was always doing it later. You might save their sanity. Hit the bell so you don't miss next week's drop. Let's keep pushing forward together. See you in the next one.